Welcome back to the Great War, my friends. We are continuing with our Central Powers campaign. For those of you that have not seen our first video, I highly recommend you check it out. It actually has the first part of the Battle of Verdun. But considering the way Verdun is looking right there, guys, I think we're going to have a second part. That's right. I am going to go ahead and attack Verdun with a significant amount of troops. Probably going to leave one elite infantry unit behind. I could also go for Bar de Luc, but Verdun is such a valuable area that I want to hit it again. Now, we've struck it once. We managed to get a stalemate, and I think the same may happen here. But if we don't try, guys, then we're absolute lunatics. And as you can see, it is the pride of France. This is one of the concerns. Of course, it's a battlefield the French really want to hold on to. There's also a blizzard going on, which is going to make everything really snowy, and really more than anything, it's going to actually increase, for some reason in this game, increase vision. So I think it's because it's just snow. So anytime we get up over the side of the trench, the enemy can see us very, very quickly. Let's see if we can't break through this this time. Again, I think breaking through Verdun would be a major, absolutely major victory here. But as you can see, there's a lot of territory to take. We've talked about these locations before, these sort of, I guess you could call them like massive machine gun nests. And to break through there, I think it's going to require quite a lot. We might actually have to wait a bit before we're even capable of doing it. But nonetheless, we are going to try. So some pretty good starts here for just our standard trench lines. I just want to bring in some additional infantry units. Going to bring in, of course, some elite German infantry too. And I'm going to actually have some of the elite German infantry, including some of the troops, over here on Point X. So we'll do something like this. So I'm really hoping they don't strike Point X, but we need to prepare for any eventuality. I'm also going to take these guns, and I'm really going to focus on C. So pretty much everything we've got here is going to be pointing right there at C, with maybe one exception. I'll get another very large artillery gun there, and I just want to make sure we can just paint this area with artillery fire and hopefully break on through. I'm not even sure if striking that thing with arty fire makes a difference, but I sure hope it does. In fact, I'm even tempted to bring in another set of artillery, but I think we'll keep it cool and begin the battle here, guys. It's going to be the second battle of Verdun, that's right. It's probably going to go as well as the first battle did. Nonetheless, if we don't try, we'll never find out. So here we go, guys. First thing first is, of course, getting into the C location. And I'm going to be bringing conscripts in to do that. Sorry, men. I'm glad you didn't sign up so we could just send you right to the front lines. That's what you get. Unfortunately, we're going to have to discover what's there one way or the other, and we can't exactly move in with the balloons. Although somebody mentioned before we should just go ahead and get the balloons, that it's a good investment. I'm actually willing to believe that, but first,
Seid bereit, Jungs.
I'd like to try without them.
Bereit machen. An die Linie. Achtung! Feuerstellung einnehmen!
Bereit für Feuerbefehle!
On.
Für Sperrfeuerwalze laden! Wir haben unsere Ziele!
Die Arme hoch, Jungs!
Really what I'm looking for are their machine gun nests, but that's good too. Getting a view of their infantry allows us to call in the gas. And this, of course, should clean up most of the area, get them out of this area for the most part. They'll start to abandon it. At that point, that's when we need to move forward with the rest of the men and make a proper push. And look at that. They're actually getting even over here. That's a little concerning. I might want to bring in some infantry units here. We've got some over here already, but they're definitely making a push for this area. So I'm just going to go ahead and send a few more defenders to X. I don't mind taking out some more Frenchmen. I mean, if we can come out with this battle with them, you know, with more casualties, it's only going to help us. Well, sehr gut. All right. That gas is working its way through there, but I think it's time
Wir haben neue Befehle.
to see what we can do. We want to make sure that all of those guns are ready, because I'm going to have to go for just artillery strikes.
Warten auf Befehle.
Unless we can spot the machine guns somewhere over here. We could also try to hit that area. I'm not sure if it's going to make much of a difference. But now that the artillery is, or the gas is starting to dissipate there, I want to send the men in.
Achtung! Bereit an der Linie.
Positionen vorbereiten.
Well,
auf diese Stelle.
And again, very likely to hit our own men, but this is going to be the only way to soften this area up. And I'm going to bring in this massive artillery to hit that thing up there. Not even sure if it's going to make a damn bit of difference. One thing I know for sure is that artillery is not going to help us. We're going to have to go ahead and just suffer through it. Come on, man. Get the artillery ready. And actually, I'm going to fire it right there because they have some elite troops. There we go. Get in there. We do have a few units in the trenches. It's a start, boys. It's definitely a start. Get another unit in there. And I'm going to take this guy and just keep him on the ridge. What I'm really trying to do is get him in the center. But that doesn't seem possible at this exact moment. Nonetheless, let's keep pushing. Our existing infantry will just have to hold on. It's good to see that we are getting the trench to fall back again, but unless we can take that point, it's not going to make a damn bit of difference. Isn't that right, folks? Actually, what we could also do is retreat here with this unit. Send in the standard infantry. They very quickly countered with their own artillery. We're going to go ahead and drop some arty directly on top of them there. Omena, go! I'm just going to keep calling in standard arty. We could call in gas right now, but I really think just bombarding the standard arty is going to work, and we're going to put the gas back here, sort of closer to the back of their lines. In the meantime, I am bringing in that elite German infantry. I'm going to just try to pepper the area with support. Not bad, not bad. Look at the Frenchmen running. That's what I like to see. Wunderbar. Keep on firing, guys, as they move through the trench towards us. At this point, it's really more about body count for me. I just want to cause as much casualties as I can. I'm going to hit that area, too. I'm not even sure, like I said, that we can damage it, but we might as well try it out.
Wir haben neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen! Warten auf Befehle. Bereit an der Linie!
Get in there, boys. Not bad, guys. Not bad. We're certainly taking more territory than we did in our first attack. Not sure that makes a difference considering what we're fighting against here. But we could try to push on through with these units. Alright, let's keep firing up here. Since I see a lot of activity up there, I want to go ahead and bombard the area. And what I'm going to do is actually have these guys retreat. Make sure I got the right unit here. And I'm going to have these guys go ahead and take that position. We really just want to strengthen these trenches. I want them to be strong points, you know, put simply. So I'm not seeing any damage done to that dome. I'm going to try to do a precision barrage with the heavy artillery, seeing if it makes a difference. In the meantime, I am going to keep just continuous strikes here with this artillery to weaken that enemy infantry. The action got vicious very fast, and as you can see, guys, that precision barrage didn't do a damn thing. I'm thinking the only way to get through there is we're going to have to just go past the damn thing, and our men are going to have to take it out themselves. So I think you guys know what that looks like. And that means our guys getting up close and personal with grenades and destroying it. I'm not even sure we've researched grenades yet, so we're about to discover how this is going to go. In the meantime, I am going to carpet this area with gas. Anything beyond this point where we're trying to get in, we're going to try to carpet it with gas. And hopefully this will keep the French out. It'll give us time to set up a proper defense in this area.
Wir haben neue Befehle. An der Linie. Warten auf Befehle.
Unfortunately, that gas goes both ways. I'm trying to divert some of the units over there, but I think it's a bit late. Let's get some more of these boys.
Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Actually, some of our men did make it through the gas, but of course they are being equally affected by that horrible gas. What we're really trying to do is get our guys up against that particular bunker. In fact, we could try to rush over, but I'm not seeing an entrance point here. So I see an entrance point over there, but I'm not sure that's close enough. Hold on, boys. See if our men can fight off that first wave. Why, they're outside.
Ladet sie nach. Sperrfeuer. Feuerwalze einleiten. Positionen vorbereiten. Granaten für leichte Sperrfeuer.
You guys are traveling right over the top of the trench, which makes it much easier for us to target them. The problem is, of course, we don't have many men in this trench that they're attacking. So we're going to send some guys there. You know what? Might as well send these guys into that trench. We do still have some gas, guys, but of course, each time we use this gas, it's 80. Count it, 80 points. Quite expensive. So I think I'm going to hold off for now. Nine. Why would we do that? Feuer, we're going to use the gas grenades here. We're going to use the artillery here, and we are going to charge across. Enough of this. I'm thinking the only way to take that thing is to get like right up close and personal on it and attack it head on with grenades. So that's what we're going to try to do. Nope, it doesn't seem to be working. What we can do is rush across here. Now, this is risky as hell, but we can rush across to their trench lines there. Look at that. We're actually making it in there, although I don't know how many of our men are actually going to survive this one. Let's see what happens. We'll try to just take these locations, kind of work with them. Nope. Nope. And as you can see, our guys didn't even start doing any sort of artillery strikes here. So, I don't know. I'm not even thinking that, our grenade strikes, I should say. I'm not even thinking our grenades can do much damage against that damn thing. We're just going to have to get past it, although it doesn't seem to be firing at us. So maybe it's more of an observation thing. I just can't really tell. Takes a trench. Yeah, these guys are getting destroyed by the enemy right there. Didn't even realize that. Shame on me. Let's give him a nice little volley there.
Wir können jetzt nicht schießen. Sperrfeuer befohlen. Unsere Ziele.
Bereit machen. Wir halten hier die Stellung. Der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
Look at that.
Granaten für leichte Sperrfeuerladen.
Achtung, in Stellung gehen.
At this point, we might as well just send them directly into the trenches.
Wir haben neue Befehle. An die Linie. Warten auf Befehle.
Send our specialists in here. Stop that French advance. And there we go, guys. I mean, this is proper trench warfare. Bayonets at the ready. It really is. It doesn't get much more vicious than this. Oh, yeah. They're really throwing everything they can over the line there, and I think we got to cross some smoke on them, or some gas, I should say, just because they are trying to overwhelm the area, and we cannot have that. Supply is severely depleted. I believe it, but there's not much we can do right now. We can go ahead and get that ceasefire very soon, and hope that that saves us here, as I think it likely will. Of course, both armies having been pretty severely beaten up here.
Sperrfeuer befohlen.
Wir haben neue Befehle. In Stellung gehen! Wir haben neue Befehle. Bereit an der Linie. Die Arme
Look at that, guys.
hoch.
Just a couple of guys in a trench there can provide so much defensive power to the
An die
enemy.
Linie.
It's really quite amazing.
Wir ergeben
Still gonna
uns.
get in that trench. We're gonna take it.
Schwenkt die weiße Fahne. Verstärkung macht Meldung.
Look at that. The French have absolutely recaptured that northern area just through sheer willpower. We're gonna try to make them pay for it, of course. Call that ceasefire. I think it's a fair enough time to have the ceasefire there. And again, battles in this war are won by inches, not miles. I love that little saying there at the conclusion of a extremely vicious fight. Right there. There we go. And it's still a stalemate. Not a minor loss, not a minor victory. We can see the casualties that we caused on the enemies, about 7,000. And they're pretty damn close to about 7,000. Pretty much the same amount. Now, if you look over here, there are battle honors, which are given to both sides. But we really need to have a battle going forward here where we could just walk over the enemy or at least take one of those positions from them and really claim a proper victory. Right now, all we're really doing is beating their troops up at Verdun, beating our troops up at Verdun. Everybody is dying for nothing. But then again, isn't that kind of what World War I is about anyway? Now, I'm looking at different areas which could be very useful to us. One of the ones that looks promising to me is this Châtillon-sur-Marne. And the reason is because we've got units over here at Voisier. So if we take a look, the only issue is their standard German infantry corps. They're not really anything particularly special. So just take 1, 2, 3 and see how that would work. It's looking like just a standard stalemate, but I absolutely want to engage the battle. I want to try to break through here at a somewhat weaker point on the battlefield and see if we don't have maybe a little bit more luck. See, it's best known in popular culture as the location where Snoopy crashed after battling the Red Baron. I didn't know that. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Okay, really fun facts there for the region information. Sometimes region information is not particularly interesting, but nonetheless, good to see that it's still there. Let's get into it and see how it goes. All right, here we go. I'm just going to take a look at the defensive points, and you can see they are not as heavily manned as the ones that we were dealing with recently. That doesn't necessarily mean this is going to be easy, but I get the feeling that hopefully that's going to be the case. So I'm really putting my focus on one of these positions. We will have a gun that can still kind of lean into the other position, though, you can see here. Like, this pretty much covers the whole battlefield. But look at that. We're already down to 288 supply. That's such a low supply count. So I'm thinking for the rest here, we really are just going to have to focus on infantry and hope that we've got enough artillery rounds to make this work. Honestly, even with one more gun, I wouldn't feel that safe trying to get across this. Here we're going to put some guys just to make sure they don't counterattack. And I am really tempted to bring one more light gun. It's going to bring us down to like 140, which I don't even know how many shots we can get out of that artillery-wise. But I might try it. One more light field artillery, bring us down to 153. Let's begin it. And then again, I'm just hoping that we get a few more points, because without them, I'm not sure we can even break the first trench line. But here we go. Best of luck to the men. See, it's up to 303, a little better than I was expecting. So we're just going to get one of these standard infantry. I'm sorry, friend. He's going to have to go out there and take a look. In the meantime, we're bringing up reinforcements for the push. It's a great push, of course. And with just 253, not even sure it's worth using that gas. That's 80. It's quite expensive. Still don't feel 100% safe with just one company each in here. Maybe just to be safe, we'll send in another one. Keep an eye on the boys.
Achtung! Wir haben neue Befehle. Diese Stellung gehört uns. Wir sind unterwegs.
And I'm not sure if this wind will actually break the line of fire, but maybe it actually will. Another thing we could do is waste one gas shot and just see if we don't get lucky. But I can already see them firing at us, so no way. That firing begins very quickly from this location. And look at how quickly they destroyed that thing. My God. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to go 1, 2. Once we think that our guys are in range, that's when I'm going to start with the heavy bombardments. I'm hoping this is going to hit some sort of machine gun over there. I'm not sure it actually is. We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this right here. And hopefully that's going to be enough to get us in the trenches. Here we go, boys. I'm seeing some French infantry retreating. That's a start. It's a start, but I see them MGs, and they are back there, man. That's not good. Go! Go! Get some wines out. If we could just get one more shot right now, like one more shot to stop one of the MGs, let's do that. There we go. We're still bringing in continuous attacks, guys. I am not stopping. Question is, can we still get in there? And I'm thinking not without continuous support. While we're at it, we can also hit that MG. Vorwärts. Has to be so fast. In fact, I'm thinking, how many points we got left? We're going to try to cut them off here. We're going to try to use the gas to cut them off here. I know it's expensive, but I seem to think it's our only real chance. And look at that. That's already put what's forcing them into an attack. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily getting us any sort of victory, but it is forcing them into an attack. Look at that, guys. Look at that. In fact, we can keep carpeting that area and just try to get mass casualties on them. Oh, yeah. 48 points, still enough for a few more artillery strikes. Of course, will they arrive in time is an entirely different question. Did not mean to retreat with that group.
Wir haben neue Befehle. Wir haben neue Befehle. Warten auf Befehle. Bewegt euch. Feuerstellung einnehmen. Bereit machen. Auf der Feuerstufe bereit machen.
Got to start targeting those damn machine guns again. The problem is, it is tough to keep targeting those MGs. All right, let's get in there. Guys, this is a hell of a push. I mean, whether it works or not, you got to give guys some credit for making this attempt, because this is definitely one of the more dangerous pushes we've done throughout the entire game. And we still need to keep this thing under fire, man. We've got to get those artillery, those guns firing again quickly. Otherwise, we're going to get forced out of here very fast. Kaiser. There we go. Look at that. Guys, we might take point B. I'm actually somewhat hopeful that this is going to work. I'm going to order in a couple, maybe one more unit. That's it. Because the rest has to go into artillery entirely. And I think actually our guys' grenades will be able to destroy that machine gun, but I can't say for sure. So let's hold for now. And there we go. Yep, sure enough, beautiful work there by our attackers. And B should fall into our hands, guys, unbelievably. I know, terrible pun, and if you heard it and you got this far, make sure to let us know in the comments below. But I think actually our boys dealt with that quite well. All things considered, I mean, we still lost a lot of men, but taking that point is huge. It really is. I'm actually going to immediately start reinforcing it. That one's looking okay. We just want to send some infantry here pretty damn soon. As soon as that thing belongs to us, I am calling for a ceasefire. Taking my victory in stride and ending it there. We could continue the attack over to the enemy command point, but I don't think we've got enough points to make it happen. So we will accept that ceasefire and end the battle with the current results as Chalon-sur-Marne Let's see how it looks for our men. I'm hoping it comes out as like a minor victory, man, considering we took a point. Let's see. Come on, give us that minor victory. So close! A little closer in our direction, but still not a minor victory. Though you can see by World War I standards, this was a pretty tame battle. We did get a command medal, which is nice, but I would have liked to do a little better. Nonetheless, the score is somewhat more on our side. Well, there you go, guys. Another turn goes by as the Central Powers. If you enjoyed this series, I ask you to do what you guys did on the last video. You were awesome with it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. It really helps us out, and it keeps the war going on. Danke!